And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. As you can see by the title, yes, I did not pass my school's RN exit exam. Hey guys, it's Yaz and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, yes, I did not pass my school's RN exit exam. So, yeah. So I knew I wanted to record this video for quite a while now. As soon as I heard the news that I did not pass, I knew, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to break this to my YouTube family. And so I always knew it was something I wanted to share with you guys. I was just trying to figure out the best approach to it, just so it wasn't going to be like a negative video, or, you know, me being like still beating myself up about the situation and all that stuff. I just wanted to be in a better space, and I wanted to be where it wasn't something that was going to scare you guys, or, you know, make you reconsider your journey, or any negativity. So that's why I am here today. And even though I'm here today, you might not see this video until a little bit. I pray that when you see this video, what we're going through has brushed over, but at this moment we are under the isolation, you know, quarantine. Some areas are quarantined for the coronavirus. Where I live, I'm in Florida. In the area in Florida that I'm at, they have not shut us down. However, all of us are basically staying in. There's really no one out in the roads, but we haven't officially been locked down yet. But like big places like churches and certain stores and stuff have closed, restaurants. But I say all this to say this. Recently, my church was closed because of the coronavirus, and they decided that they were gonna have church service online. I did not watch service on last weekend. I'm one of those people that when my routine is thrown off, I'm kind of like completely off, which is, I'm really working on it. I'm just trying to learn how to go with the flow more, you know. But like I said, once my routine is thrown off, then I'm kind of like off. I don't know what's going on. So I did not tune in online, and even today I was like, oh, it's so odd for me to watch church online. I used to back in the day, but ever since I just got used to it, like I found a church that I like and I go, it just felt weird. So today I was like, I'm gonna watch my Sunday service online. I'm going to, you know, make my breakfast, sit down and do it. Here I am again. I'm like, well, I need to clean, so I don't really want to stop because I woke up later, so I had to catch a later service online. And I was basically just making excuses. But then I was like, forget those excuses, you're gonna watch it. So I ended up playing it. I tuned in when they said they were going live, and I had Sunday service, and I am so thankful that I did, because within that service I found the message that not only was sitting in my heart, is basically what I wanted to share with you guys in this specific video. And I just felt like that was nothing but God, you know, using me as a vessel and my experience to be able to share this with you. That was like, you know, forget your excuses, whatever you have going on, Yaz, just get the word today, because you've been praying on how to handle the situation. You've been praying on how to handle your YouTube audience, because at a point I kind of got confused. Like I was like, I don't really know how to, you know, get back on YouTube, because I have to break the news to them. They're gonna be asking me. I recently posted my graduation vlog, and they're waiting for me to like say if I got a job, or, you know, NCLEX and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't post any other videos that I really want to post, because I am going to have to address questions that are still unsaid. But with me, I don't like to speak on things if I feel like I'm not educated enough, if I feel like I'm not not educated enough. But if I don't really know exactly what move I'm doing, I don't want to give nobody false hope. I don't just want to talk, you know, just because I can. I want to give, like, you know, real information to you guys. So I prayed. I was like, Lord, how can I get this message across to them to where it's positive? You know, at one point when it first happened, I felt very defeated. I felt really bad, and it wasn't until like I had to just sit down and just silence, you know, and just pray and ask for guidance. And that's when that like clarity and like calmness kind of came over me. And people were checking up on me like, you know, how are you? You know, how are things? And I honestly, you know, I feel fine. I'm blessed, you know. I feel like it is what it is. we get in so many situations that we allow for it to feel like, oh, we're defeated, like that's it, count me out, things didn't go according to a plan that was orchestrated by, you know, worldly things, when God orchestrates our huge plan. So I just felt really calm. I feel like people expected me to be very like down. Like I still do my day-to-day things. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't have moments where I get very like anxious and start feeling like I can't believe like I would be here if this didn't happen, or you know, something along those lines. But every time I start feeling like that, I pray, and it just brings me back to where I need to be. So in that service, they were talking about our infirmities, which is like physical weaknesses or mental weaknesses that we have that make us feel like we're unable to reach where we're supposed to be in life. And honestly, like I was sitting there, and mind you, at this point, I will be completely honest, I was kind of tuned out. I was eating lunch and it was playing, so I was kind of like paying attention but not really, and he just started speaking. And so I'm like freaking out, because usually when I go to work I bring my like a notebook so I could just make notes of what was talked about in church. And I was like freaking out. I was like, I need to get that, like I need to write that down. So I like ran and I grabbed a napkin, and I just started jotting like the notes that like were already in my head, because I was like, this is what I've been praying for, like this is what I've been praying for, this is what I want to tell, you know, my friends on YouTube. So basically in that service, he was speaking about the romanticism of other people's lives and our infirmities, which is like our self-doubts, or our, you know, we feel like our enablers that don't allow us to get where we need to be. And I feel like with this whole situation, it kind of falls back on the fact that we make assumptions of other people's lives, other people's journeys. We assume, you know, how God is moving in their lives, and we think we see how God is moving in their lives, and why isn't it moving like that in our lives? And we take that assumption that we make on someone else's life, and we apply that to our real life. So let me re-say that if you didn't really get what I was saying. Is we see a picture which has been, you know, photoshopped, filtered up, you know, motion picture, probably added music, and we apply it to a raw, uncut picture that you took on a disposable camera. That is our lives. Our lives are an image on a disposable camera. It is flat, that's what it is. And we're basically self-sabotaging ourselves, because we don't see their journey. We don't see all they go through. We don't know what's really behind the scenes of this romanticized image. And I've said this a few times on my channel, just being how like I made this channel to be authentic, because I felt like a lot of the nursing influence category on social media is kind of, you know, fabricated. I wouldn't say fabricated, but I just feel like it's very, very saturated in the image that we're perfect, or, you know, the journey is perfect and perfection is, you know, what it is. And I feel like that was completely wrong, and I've always felt like that. But it wasn't until this moment and I heard that word that I felt like this applied to this situation, because a lot of us and a lot of you guys who messaged me saying, you know, I failed this class, I'm here, you know, I don't know if this is for me, I don't know if, you know, I'm smart enough to continue doing nursing school, I don't know if I'm able to you know, apply for nursing school. Those are all of our infirmities. Everybody's story is going to be different. It's not until we're able to strike that down and step into our faith, knowing that God placed this on your heart. And when I found out the news that I did not pass, and I was so close to passing, so, you know, you could say all these different other things, but I felt, you know, very defeated. I felt like it was surreal. You know, if you guys are, you know, OGs to my channel, oh, I'm so rude. If this is your first time, I'm sorry. Pause the video and click subscribe, because as you can tell, we're a family over here. But like I was saying, is if you're an OG to my channel, I was blessed to have been able to go through my nursing journey without any hiccup. During like the last few months, or last year of nursing school, so my second year in nursing school, I was mentally gone. I was mentally just out of it. I was struggling with anxiety. I was just really, I wasn't myself. And I shared bits and pieces of that to you guys, but like I said, I don't ever want this channel to be about negativity. I will share with you guys what I'm going through, but I will never just have this platform that I feel like God placed on my heart and let it manifest to something ugly. But I knew that this was my purpose. There has never been any other career that I ever wanted to pursue. I feel like I was allowing those infirmities that I placed upon myself to make me feel like I wasn't good enough for God's purpose in my life. So it wasn't until I was able to step through that I was able to say, this is what God placed on my heart. There's no other career that gets me excited. I can see myself going to work. I can see myself being this great nurse. If you have something in your life that is placed on you that gets you excited, to, you know, step forward and get your future going, or you see yourself doing, then do it. That is God sent. And just because you have a setback does not mean that it's not what you're supposed to be doing. Just because you don't see these, you know, nurses, these nursing influencers, you know, sharing things that aren't perfect to the world, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. For example, there's one person who always comes to my mind, and you would never tell by her Instagram. I've been following her for a while, and I believe one day she stated how she had to take her NCLEX, I believe 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 times. And I'm just like, wow, this is a woman who has, you know, tons of people following her, who was doing so much good, you know, in the world, in the nursing community. And even someone on that level, so to say, had a disappointment. And I'm not going to say it's a failure, because look at her now. It's okay not to get everything right. It's okay not to, you know, ace every test or pass every class with a breeze. I pray over everyone's journey. I pray over everyone's, you know, mind, that you do, and that everything is amazing and perfect. But I'm also here to let you know that if it's not, it's okay. Because long as I have air in my lungs to breathe, and long as I have energy to get up and go chase after what I'm destined to do, I will do it. And I just wanted to come on here and show you guys my experience. Hope this video, you know, reaches someone who is going through a setback or feels like they have lost, because you have not. You know, by the grace of God, He will get you where you're supposed to be. He knew our story before we even had the next step of what was coming. And I just pray that you guys just step into that faith and just, you know, focus on the real picture. You know, it's nice to have inspiration, but let it just be inspiration. Don't ever compare yourself to that, because you don't know what's hidden behind, you know, those filters. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys who've reached out to me. I truly love y'all. The support that I've gotten since day one is very, like, surreal to me, that someone like me, who is just a regular girl with a regular life and clearly regular experiences, has, you know, people who root me on. And it's just really surreal. And all I can do is thank God, because I love doing this, and the fact that I'm able to help you guys, just, I don't know, like, I can't describe the feeling that it gives me. Like, right now I could cry, because I truly, you feel when you're stepping into your purpose. And I feel like this setback was just adding to my testimony. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.